Love Wins by the Stewards. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You got our Facebook page going?
Yep.
Okay. I'm your host, B-Level.
I'm your girl, Netta.
And this is season 2, episode 5 today. You got our Facebook page up live. We got some people on Facebook Live.
Let's see. I can't tell.
Welcome to Love Wins by the Stewards, where we talk about all types of issues. Our new tagline is for the culture, by the culture. So we're talking about relationship issues.
We're talking about it all.
Baby mama drama. Who's clowning in the city, who's clowning in the state, and everything that we can talk about. Are we close enough? Do we need to push this back so the bottom of my head could get in this thing? I got a big head, so yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. So
hey, Ash. Sorry.
You're already shouting people out. That's already
hey,
on.
Ashley.
So, let's see. Last week, episode 4, season 2, we dealt with a couple of things. We talked about, does forgiveness require forgetting?
Yes.
And we also talked to Erica Esau.
Yes.
Who came on, and it was really, really powerful. I was so disappointed that we could not get her. We could not get this Facebook Live tagging thing right, so we could not.
It was cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't get her on, but
cool.
We are going to have Erica Esau on because she talked about grief.
During the holidays. How you miss your loved ones, big mama and them, mama, daddy, cousin, brother, auntie, sisters, friends. All that.
During the holidays is really special that you miss your loved ones. And she had a really, really powerful message.
Message and story, absolutely.
Yeah, she talked about losing her mom and everything, right?
Yeah, so I think a recap was, I think initially she lost her mom. I think she lost her mom in 2016.
Right.
And then she lost her son to just a freak accident, you can call. She lost her son, which was maybe a few months later. I think it was a year or so later.
Right.
And then she lost her sister. So from 2016 up until currently, she had 3 losses. And so she was having a very difficult time. But she was trying to tell us how to get through those things. So it was really cool. Hello, Don. Hello, Shanitra.
Yeah, I was just going to say, shout y'all people out. Don, what's up, buddy? Ashley's on here. What's up, Ashley?
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. So we are streaming live on our Facebook page. We want you to like this post.
Like, share.
And share, yeah.
Yes.
And a couple sponsors we got to shout out. We are not broadcasting from Club Empire. They're one of our sponsors, but because of COVID, we are broadcasting from the house. And we do not have Q, who is normally our podcast producer. Shout out to Q Note. But we're broadcasting from the house, so our podcast producers are Madison and Randy.
Yes.
And they've abandoned us already.
They are
pushed
gone
the start
already.
Button, so we cannot pay them for producing this podcast because
they are gone.
They've already left the scene.
So for those of you guys that are new or just now tuning in, so the reason why we decided, so you know that you can go on any podcast station, any podcast app, and listen to us podcasts is where it's housed. However, we like to go live on Facebook while we're filming. This is live. We're filming right now. So we like to go live on our social media page so that you guys can be very interactive with us, talk to us, ask questions. If you want us to try to bring you in the live, if you want to be featured while we're currently on the live, we can do that as well. So please make sure that you guys share this, like this, ask questions, give comments. We're going to respond back to you. We have the live pull up here so I can see all your questions, comments, concerns, whatever. So make sure that you guys share in this episode with us. Cool. Thank you, Siobhan. I appreciate you.
Tell them about if they want to sponsor the podcast, how they go by sponsoring.
So if you would like to be a sponsor, we can do ad prior to the podcast or after our introduction. We can do it midway. We can do it at the end. If you are a lash tech, beautician, business owner, whatever you do and you want to be a sponsor, you can inbox me or inbox Brian Stewart Sr. Or you can send us an email at, see if you remember.
lovewins.stewart@gmail.com.
Stewart.lovewins@gmail.com.
That's right. Say it again one more time. Boy.
Send us an email at stewart.lovewins@gmail.com, or you can inbox myself or inbox Brian Stewart Sr. and you guys can be a sponsor.
Yeah, so if you want us to do ad libs about your company,
tell us what you want us to talk about.
I mean, it'll just be a small fee, but we got you. We
got you.
listeners
Absolutely.
and viewers all across the world.
We do.
That's listening to
we are
us.
like, I always say these two words. We're like nationally syndicated. And Crystal, yes, they're not getting paid because they left us here. So they left us. Listen, after Madison pressed play, Crystal, she got on down. She's gone. She's like in her room. So
what is Bun talking about?
Bun say, or text me and send your money to me. So my brother's on this podcast as well. Bun be the bill bondsman. We can do a sponsor for him. We're gonna sponsor him. He is one of the biggest bill bondsmen here in Central Arkansas. There are some places he won't go to, like Harrison, Arkansas.
He won't go there.
He won't go to Harrison.
He'll go, but he won't stay very long.
Yeah, he'll go to Harrison and get in and get on out. But if you right here in Little Rock, Pine Bluff,
he won't drop your people off at home in Harrison. He'll just bond them out.
In Harrison,
and leave.
he gonna bond them on out. Y'all sign them papers and he gonna get on down. So y'all make sure y'all call my brother. If y'all locked up or your people get locked up, call him.
We have one other sponsor. Tell them about the People's Trust. You got to tell them about that.
Oh, so People Trust is a, they have been in this, I guess, they've been a CDFI for, I think, 5 years. And People's Trust is actually the institution that gave the $850 grant a few weeks ago that was so huge, big. You guys saw that we had Arlo on our show about 2 episodes ago. And right now he's currently one of the sponsors of the ESG grant. So if you guys know of someone that has been displaced and homeless currently, please be sure to have them go on their website or go to the Arkansas Department of Human Services website to they do like rental assistance basically. So they'll help you find a place and they'll help you with financial benefits to do that. So yeah, check them out.
So if you need some money,
Yep, they do.
Everybody
loans.
need money.
There are small business loans. They have loans for personal usage, like the unemployment loan. They have just financial. If you need a loan or a grant to help you get through, make sure you guys go to peopletrustloans.org and you can contact them at 501-404-4857.
So before we start, somebody's saying she love your hair.
Yes, I told her thank you. Siobhan, thank you so much. My husband is behind. Hey, Shell.
Yep.
My husband's behind.
All right, so today we've got 3 really, we kind of bounce in and out of relationship topics versus topics that's going on in our city and our state. Today we have 3 topics that we're going to talk about that are relationship oriented, right?
Yeah.
So our first question, and please, we want you to ask your questions and have your comments on here because we talk back to you. We might even bring you in on our live. You just never know what we might do. We might just bring you in on our live.
Be prepared.
Yes. So our first topic is dealing with married people having single friends.
Or not just married, relationships. People that are in relationships.
Okay.
Hanging out with single
So
people.
they don't have to be married.
No, yeah.
Committed relationship who are obligated, hanging out with single friends.
What's your thoughts?
How does that go?
What's your thoughts?
First of all, I think that, I have a lot of single friends, right? I also have just as many. No, that's not a lot. That's not true. That's not true. Most of my friends are single.
They are.
So if you did not let me hang out with single friends, I'd have nobody to hang out with. I think I got Spider. Spider's married. Jack.
He's married.
Jack's married. Are that the only 2 married friends I got? I have? I'm trying to figure out if I have any more married.
Leonard's married.
Yeah, King's married. But when I go whoa to the single, I got a lot of single partners that's trying to get it together.
They are.
And they have not. Let me say this. Let me back this up because I think I'm about to say this wrong. A woman has not been so lucky for them to marry them yet. That's what I'm going to say. I was going to say they hadn't been lucky enough
but
to find.
But you have friends. That's what I want you to make sure. So I want to clarify. My husband has written down this title to say married people hanging with single friends. But I want to clarify. It's not just married people. It's those that are in committed relationships. You have friends that are in what can be considered, like committed relationships that aren't married.
No, I don't.
You do.
Don't name them because they may not want you to
I was about to say.
Yeah, don't be name dropping on here.
Because I have to listen. Because I have to be
dropping.
around these people, I ain't gonna be around them. But you do. Some of those people were like with us just a couple of weekends ago.
But none of those. Listen, Listen, Linda, listen.
Let me just say this.
The only person that's in a committed relationship is somebody. Well, the only people that were married, and I think was in a committed relationship, were the people that were married.
No. Let me just say this, and you guys come on in and comment. If you find somebody important, if you bring in the new year with somebody,
that don't mean nothing.
Let me just listen. You ain't making my point across. If I bring in the new year with somebody,
thank you for clearing that up. Thank you. You cleaned that up.
If I bring in the new year with somebody,
okay,
and yeah, you're gonna be somebody that because you. So the old cliche thing is, whatever you're doing when the new year come in, you want to continuously do that throughout the year. So if I'm spending some money on you for us to go get a room, get a dinner, spend the weekend, I'm going to bring in this time with you because social media is so heavy now. We're going to be taking pictures, doing video, whatever. People are going to see me with you. So if I don't want people to see me with you and we do all those things, we have to be in some type of boyfriend. I'm calling you my dude. You calling me your girl. Like, that ain't just no yum bouncy bounce. Yum bouncy bounce. I don't want to see you out with me. We just doing the do.
I don't know that that's necessarily true, though, Netta. I mean, I really don't. Like, as I think about everybody that was on that trip, I can only feel safe to say that one person is in a committed relationship.
I would say two. Let me write the name down on your thing right here. I'm going to say two.
Okay.
There's one.
So the first person, I don't. No, and no.
Okay,
no.
We can't say the names, but yes.
Can't say the name.
All I'm saying is,
if you were on our trip, you might want to chime in on this deal.
All I'm saying is, when I was single, if I had people that I was dealing with, just chilling with, I was just bringing a new year with nobody. Like, I'm good.
All right.
Meet me after the new year.
So the year in between when I met you, the year in between us starting to date, and you came to my New Year's Eve party.
I was alone at your New Year's Eve party.
But you had went somewhere else.
I went somewhere else with
somebody else.
Yes, I went somewhere else to meet this other guy,
okay,
but we didn't bring in the New Year together.
But that's not Netta.
We didn't bring in the New Year together
because you came to my party after the New Year. So you did bring the New Year's in with somebody. But
No, we did not. We met there. I just met them there because it was, and the only reason I went there, and it wasn't for him, is because the event was a huge event.
Okay, but when the New Year struck, you was hanging out with him.
I was on my way down there.
So you brought the New Year's in the car.
I brought my New Year's in single. I was single.
I'm just saying, did you bring your New Year's in the car?
Probably
on the way
not,
to the party.
But I wasn't with him.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. So what you're saying?
Because I don't remember no kissing and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
Let me just tell you something. These people chiming in. Okay, so wait a minute. So Antonio says we can hang out, but I got a curfew without having a curfew. Okay, so Antonio, you're married, right?
Yeah, I guess Tony's married.
Hello, Joy. Married. How are you? And yes, yum bouncy bounce is my thing. So don't y'all have to tell y'all where I got that from. Hey, Eric, how are you?
What up, Eric? That's your cousin Eric? Yeah, that's your cousin Eric.
All right, Bond says, just because you kick it with somebody don't mean that you want to spend the whole damn year with that motherfucker. I just wanted to kick it with you on that damn day.
That's what I'm talking about, Bond. That's what I'm talking about.
No, listen. I'm telling you, ask the elders in the family. They normally say whatever you're doing when you bring in the new year, that's what you're going to be doing. With the year with this person. So listen, I wanted to be doing the yum bouncy bounce, but I was on the bus with my husband, so we couldn't be doing it.
But that is not true, and I don't want you to preference this New Year's Eve deal talking about
No, I'm not saying that.
You need to get closer. It looks like you're out of. Do we need to slide?
I'm eating.
I'm saying you're half of your head.
It's okay. They can see me.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. So everybody that was on the New Year's Eve trip we should have tagged these people so they could come in. Now, so is it all right for committed friends, as my wife say, to hang out with single friends? All right, if you're going to the club and your single partners or your single female friends are doing too much.
What do you call doing too much?
Doing too much. Just trying to holler at everybody that come by. Just being a thought.
I don't hang on people like that anyway.
You have no thought friends?
No, hell no. I have people that may do thought things behind closed doors.
So if they do thought things behind closed doors,
but
they are thought.
I'm never going to be around somebody that when I go out to. But here's the thing. Like, first of all, I don't deal with a lot of people anyway. But when I do go out with people that's alongside me, we're all going to pretty much be the same. So that means you ain't going to pretty much see me asking about nobody to buy me a drink. You ain't going to see me
because you got your own money.
Yeah, I got me. But, you know, you ain't going to see me twerking on nobody. Like, I don't have a desperate look when I go in the club anyway.
Is that a conflict of interest? Like, we want you to chime in. Please read the questions as they, what did he say?
Okay, guys. Bun said, Mama said if you eat something green, you would have money. You would have money. And I did last year and was fucked up. Eric, so we were always told, so this is my cousin. So we were pretty much seriously. The thing is, you know, if you, whatever you're doing when you bring in the new year, that's what you're going to be doing throughout the year. So we just kind of did this new year thing. But to back to your point of, I'm no longer in the capacity or the space to where I deal with people that, you know what I'm saying? I don't have that, you know, like it probably was when I was 16 going to PJs. Like, that's different. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have them.
Are all of your friends married?
No.
So do you hang out with single friends?
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel like, so you're saying that your single friends don't be doing too much, basically?
No.
They're never doing too much. They're never doing thoughtish things. You don't have any thoughts as friends.
You keep emphasizing that as if my answer gonna change.
Well, I'm just trying to make sure that you answer it, you know, the whole truth, the whole nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Shell said I'm right.
What?
Yep. Shell said, Sabon said yes because they keep your balances. Shell said, yeah, Netta, you're right.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, single people keep married people balances. Come on, Bun. They do not.
So you know, if you're happy at the house and you know, you should be able to hang out with single people, and it should not be able to
because it's not
deter
about you.
It really ain't.
It's not really about you. It's kind of really about, you know, what you and your mate decide to do.
Now, Mama say, show me your friends, and I can show you your future.
Now, that's the truth.
Now, she did used to say that if you hang around a whole bunch of hoes, then you gonna be a hoe. That's what Mama and Grandma used to say.
Listen. I've had some, never mind. Okay, so Tanya says, my mom always said if you bring in the new year being in bullshit, you will continue to be in bullshit. Yeah, so that's kind of my stance of whatever you're doing when the new year comes in. That's where all these old little myths of, you know, if you eat, you have to get a spoonful of black-eyed peas, and that's where that stuff comes from. It kind of come from that. So let's see. Hold on.
Please share our live.
Chandra
if you just
says,
coming on too.
let's see, not cool. You never know the agenda of your significant other, single friend or whatever. Okay, let me address that real quick because I was gonna say that before she said that.
Okay. And Crystal, we're gonna come to you next, Crystal.
So I do agree that. I think that comes with like a certain type of friends.
What do we ask? What are you responding to?
So Chandra says not cool. So basically, I think she's saying that if you're in a committed relationship or married, you never really know the agenda of your significant other, single friend, or whatever. So my thing to that is that the single friends don't have to account to me. My spouse or my mate or my partner have to account to me.
Right.
So
True that.
now let me just say this: if I feel like, you know, just my spouse is out on and his friend is on some bullshit, and you can't be in my face like that. You can't be like, we cool and you know,
on some bullshit.
Yeah, you speaking to me like if you know you're trying to get my husband out the house and you trying to hook him up, getting some head or something or whatever, and you know that this is my husband, then I can't fool with you.
You ain't rocking with him.
Yeah, I just can't rock with you. But my accountability is your accountability is to me, and mine is to yours. Your friend's accountability is not necessarily to me.
So to her point, you can be married or committed and still hang with people who are not in committed and still have a good time. Y'all still respect those things and respect those boundaries. You saying you can't?
I think she's saying that no. Chandra, I want you to clarify. I think she's saying that it's not cool because our question was, can married people hang with single people? And I think she's saying no because you never know the agenda of your significant other's single friend.
All right, Chandra, please clarify what you're
clarify.
Yeah, what you're saying.
And then Crystal says single people don't necessarily encourage or influence you to do foul stuff. People do whatever they want to do. Period. That's facts. Let me just say that. Like,
yeah, I agree with that, Crystal.
That's facts. Like, you know, but there are some people that are followers. There are people that are followers who just feel like they have to do stuff to fit in. There are a lot of, I've told you this before, like off topic. I've told my husband before that some of his acquaintances can never let him know that they're broke or they're having hard times because they always have to appear to him that they have it all together. And so I was.
So you're saying they front a lot sometimes,
yeah,
financially.
They have to appear to you like I have it all together, whatever. And I'm just like, dude, it's okay. Like,
well, I do have one friend that Bond. He does.
Oh yeah.
Bond tell you for the longest, Bond was stealing cable and lights and stuff.
Let
for
me
the
tell
longest.
my brother
He did. He stole cable. He had
All
a pocket
right.
full of money. Was stealing
Moving on.
cables.
So
and lights.
Antonio says there is nothing wrong with it, but certain places they won't even invite you out of respect. I agree to that.
Wait. There's nothing wrong with it, but they won't invite you.
Certain places they won't invite you out of respect.
So if we're wait. So you mean the single friends won't invite you to go to the strip club with them because they're gonna be on some.
Yeah, but if they invite you out to the strip club, then we going together.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I guess that's kind of what she's saying. Some places the single friends won't invite the married people out of respect for their marriage.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. And then hold on. And then Miss Moss says, yes, I think single can hang with single. Just know how far you can go as a married man or woman because you can't control other people and their actions. Just control yourself, married or not, single or married. That's true.
Yep. What up, Lipsit?
Hello,
Tank. What up, Tank?
Bond, what you mean they're not real friends? What you mean by that?
Clarify that, Bond, when you say they're not real friends.
Chandra clarified. She says, correct. If my man can't join, I ain't coming. Don't need no drama.
So she's married.
Mm-hmm.
And
Eric says, my aunt, which is my mom, always told me when I was little I was going to be a hoe. She did.
Well, Eric, are you a hoe?
Because he was high yellow.
Eric, are you a hoe? Let's clarify that. And Eric married. Isn't he married?
He just got married.
So Eric, you better answer that right. Eric is.
Yeah, you better answer this real right.
Yeah, you
real
right. Your
right.
mama said your aunt said you was always gonna be a hoe. Are you a hoe?
Okay, someone says, Miss Moss says, you got more people married. Are some of the biggest hoes. That's true. And Chase is single like they're single. So it's no single nor married thing. It's a self thing. It is self-control.
True that.
Tyler says, if I was married, I wouldn't want my wife going out with her single friends too often. Single friends going to be out mingling with the guys, possibly flirting. Don't want my wife out in that atmosphere with guys trying to holler at her, regardless if she turns them down.
Well, so let's talk about that as a man. I don't really trip about you hanging out with single friends because I know, first of all, I know you're not a follower anyway. So anything you do, you're going to want to do it anyway. Nobody is going to talk you in to doing anything you don't want to do. So for me, and this is just me, I don't have to worry about that, my wife being coerced into doing something that she want to do because you're not that type of person. You're going to do what you're going to want to do anyway. So it has nothing to do with the friends.
Yep. And Ray Kennard says, lanes are lanes, no matter status. Respect and acceptance is key. I agree.
True that.
Chandra
Facts.
says, invite me to couples events only, and I'm not married.
Wait. You ain't married. But she said she's not, and she wants to come to couples event. Why? If you're not married.
And then she's saying if she's in a committed relationship, baby, we asked a hypothetical question.
Okay.
She's saying if she's in a relationship, then I think she's basically saying that, just invite me to couple events. Don't invite my mate out to anything that I can attend and anything that, she can attend with him.
Y'all look out if y'all go get
Chandra.
Y'all look out. Fellas, if you go date, what's her name here?
Chandra.
Hey, she don't want you can't hang out with your single partners no more. If you go date this woman here, look out for her now. Look out.
I just really think that, so I really kind of wanted to talk about a little bit what Tyler said. He just said that he doesn't mind, his wife going out too often. Single friends going to be out mingling, blah, blah, blah. I agree to that to an extent because I don't think it has anything to do with, because as I said, my husband said, I have single friends that I kind of go out with, and just because somebody else, their behavior is flirting or whatever, that doesn't mean I'm going to reciprocate that same behavior. And what I've seen with men do the same thing with me when I'm out by myself when I'm with my husband. Like, they'll watch my husband go to the bar or go to the restroom or something when he and I out together, and they just try to slip up behind him and be like, what's up? So I don't think it's necessarily a single married thing. I just think it's
fools be so disrespectful sometimes.
I just think it's accountability, and your partner is the only person that has accountability to you. But that's where different relationships, different things, different people. Let me see. Bun says, a real friend would not try to put their homeboy on no bitch. That's true. That's real. If they are real friends, they respect his homeboy and his wife, real shit.
Real talk, brother. Facts, Bun. That's why you my partner. You just my guy.
Yeah. Y'all be on the bullshit. She said, I'm just saying out of respect for my significant other or the relationship. True that.
All right, okay.
But she did say, okay, let's go down after her relation. She did say really. So she basically saying what my husband just said. If y'all come to Chandra with the BS, y'all miss what's going on.
What she's saying is when you get with her and y'all get married and committed, she don't want you hanging with none of your single partners. So make sure you through being single, hanging with your single friends, doing single stuff when you get with this woman here.
Listen.
Yes. That's what she's saying.
The synopsis to mine is that, okay, so my husband and I agreed very early on. First of all,
Netta, you cannot
my cashews
be
are the mom. Be quiet.
Nuts.
Have y'all ever had these like candy cashews from like the mall? I just got them. They're so good. Anyway, so we agreed to like really kick it together. So we kick it together and we have a lot of fun together. So we have a lot of fun together. Nevertheless, outside of that, he and I just basically said like, there have been times where he has gone to places by himself and I go to places by myself. And again, I think it's like Monisha just said, she said it's called accountability. I think it's just accountability for each person. However, he and I did agree that we won't always go out with our single friends and go out separately only to keep the bullshit down.
We really don't. But I mean, if you really stop and think about it, we go out to have drinks. But we don't really go to nightclubs and stuff. We don't just really because we hang with each other.
Yeah, but that was an agreement early on. We made the agreement early on to say we were not going to do that because you going out by yourself, somebody can come back, oh, girl, I saw B-Level out, and he was da-da-da. And then here, see me going out. I could be talking to somebody that's my cousin, but they're like, okay, I saw Shanetta. She, you know, so it's like just to keep the BS down, man, let's just do it. So she said, Chandra said, that's not what I'm saying. So Chandra, clarify what you're saying, because the man ain't, he telling you business wrong.
I'm just, Chandra, you got to clarify, because I think you saying that, you know, you can't be with no single people. So you got to clean that
So Eric answered your question. He said, Eric said, I was a hoe at a young age. I'm a married man, and I talk to ladies, but I don't go no further than that.
My man. That's my man. That's your cousin.
Controlling.
My man.
So he's, okay, what is it? Hold on, let me see his name. Cots King Diskeet. What do you mean controlling? What's controlling? Controlling? Are you saying it's controlling to say that your mate can't hang out with their single friends?
I think he's saying it's controlling what the young lady up top, Shonda, saying that you can't go out with your single friend. I think that's what he's saying. Clarify what you're saying before we go into the next topic.
So what do you think? You don't care?
Nah, I mean, because like I said, I don't have any issues because I know you are very strong-willed. I know that you're going to do only the things that you want to do. Mm-hmm. Like, I just know that about you. So I don't have no issues with you hanging out with no single friends, you know, because if whatever you want to do, you're going to do it, but not because they're single, but you're going to do it because that's what you want to do. All
right, we have a question coming in. It's off our list. So we have a question. Ms. Moss says, do you think if you're married, your husband should have female friends and your wife should have male friends?
So I do have female. I have one of my really, really good friends, Tony Sevilla, who's married. Mm-hmm. And she is a female friend. She's been my friend for over 20 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I do have a female. Do you have a male friend?
No.
I didn't think you did.
Let me just say this. So to answer your question, I don't believe in it. Let me just say this.
That's my B-Level, my brother. You don't believe in that?
Let me take my own part. I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? Like as he said, Tony has been just a very sincere, never had anything going on, never working relationship, really good friend of his. I don't believe in that because I've always thought that being friends with the opposite sex, somebody has something for somebody. It's just in my opinion, somebody has something for somebody, but one person is just probably being cool with being in the friend zone because they probably feel like if I tell this person, it's going to ruin our friendship, or if I would just not rather, ruin our friendship and we just be cool. But I just don't believe in all that. And I don't believe in that brother and sister shit. Like if y'all go on my page and look down, I tell people all the time, my husband has 3 sisters. He has 3 sisters, and I don't play that.
I have some adopted sisters.
No, he does not. My husband has 3 sisters. So anybody that knows anything about me, I don't play that bro stuff, and that's my brother. Let me just tell y'all how initially my things to them would be. They'd be like, I've been knowing B-Level since Highland Court. He stayed in 1A, I stayed in 1C, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, what's his government name? Like, just give me his government name. They can never answer. So to answer your question, we don't have those. He has a friend that has become my friend as well. But other than that, no.
Yeah, and you know the thing about it is, if you wasn't already a friend before I met my wife,
Ain't
I
none
ain't
of that.
really, I ain't really looking for no female friends anyway. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
ain't
I'm
none of
kind
that.
of like you. I ain't really looking for that. I ain't looking for
So Antonio says, I can't be kicking it with my single friends all the time. I don't want to get my eye dotted because you'll be guilty by association. That is so real. Chandra says, I don't mind my man hanging with his friends at all, but if it's okay for him to do it, he needs to keep that same energy when I do it. We all need our personal space. Let me just say this. If I'm out with my single friend, I love my friends to death, the ones that I can call friends and or acquaintances. But if my husband texts me and say, hey, I need you to come home, I want you to come home, listen, I'm out. Like, listen, I'm out of here. So, okay, so he said yes. He was clarifying. Cots King said yes, that's what I'm saying. He was saying control.
Yeah, he was talking about the other girl.
No. I don't think he was talking about that. So type a little bit more, Mr. D Skeet, what you're saying. So we have another question. T Tara says, is talking to a person of the opposite sex considered cheating when married, though? So when you say talking, like, tell me what talking means, because what I consider to be cheating is anything that your spouse don't know about that
Bingo.
you feel that you have to hide, that's
Bingo.
infidelity to me.
Ditto.
So anything you feel like you have to hide or you can't share with your spouse and you're sneaking and do it, that's cheating.
Facts.
All right, T Tara, so she's responding to Chandra. She said, this the one here. They want to go and do as they please, but put restrictions on who they wives associate with. You know what's strange that you say that? Like, my husband don't do it, but I have seen men try to choose their wives or girlfriends' friends. It could be people that they've been friends with for a long time, but I've seen them.
That's another topic.
It probably comes out of them feeling like they know the friend or they've heard something about the friend, or maybe they were friends when the person was single, but now that they're together, T-Tara, they're just like, nah, nah, you can't hang with her no more. But they don't put the same boundaries on themselves, which is a little double standard.
So before because we're gonna stay on this topic for a while. It looks like everybody. So is it so what Tiara is saying? Men don't typically want their woman to hang with hoes.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Men don't. If your friend is a garden tool, we typically do not want you to hang out with hoes. And really, it doesn't have anything, to do with us trusting you. It's just that's a bad look, because Mama said, "Show me your friends, and I will show you your future." So if you're hanging with garden tools, we typically don't want our woman to hang with somebody who's just loose.
I beg to differ.
You beg the difference that we don't normally want you to do that?
Yeah, I have friends that give it up out of both pants
did you hear
legs.
what you said?
What?
Did you beg the difference that we don't normally want, or you beg the difference that we
I beg
shouldn't
the
have an
difference that
issue?
you shouldn't have an issue.
Okay.
Because just because I have a friends
You do?
that give it up out of both pants
What's
legs.
their name?
That doesn't mean that I'm gonna do the same thing. But as she said, respectively, as what T-Tara is saying, respectively, you cannot do that, because what I've heard men say is, but that's been my partner since such and such. Yeah, but this been my girl since such and such. So it's just a double standard that you guys seem to think that.
Giving back, I'll say the same thing that I said about you. I trust that whatever you want to do, you're real.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
You gonna do it.
Yeah.
So nobody is going to influence you.
Mm-hmm.
From a reputation standpoint. I would like for you to be with women who are trying to accomplish some of the same things that you're trying to accomplish.
But here's the thing. And so you have to also understand that, and I've said this to you, I believe that's where
gotta keep our place too.
I believe that's what my calling is in life. Like, for some odd reason, people that are troubled and have been through things, I'm just like a magnet for. So, and I'm just a kind of really emotional person, so I kind of take hold of people. So just because somebody that's who they are doesn't make them a terrible friend.
Well, do you know that all ministry is not done from the pulpit?
I know
so that could be your calling, like you said.
Okay, I don't want to get behind on comments.
Okay, go
ahead. So Jason says, it's all about respect. Trust plays a huge role in it. Married people are friends with single people before marriage. People grow out of some friendships as they evaluate in life. Married people do have to know how to handle single friends accordingly.
What about
I
Lolette?
agree.
Did you read Lolette's comment?
I agree. Lolette says she's both of our friends.
Yeah.
Miss Moss says me either. Shanetta, I agree. Facts. Eric says, I hang out with a lot of single friends, but they respect the fact that some of us are married. And if a true friend would do just that.
They would do that, Eric.
All right. And Mr. D. Skeet says, not true. Yeah. Ella B. laughing emoji. Shaquila says, it's okay to hang with single friends. People are going to do what they want to do. That is our synopsis as well. Crystal said, Shanetta, would it be different if Tony Seville wasn't married? Her friendship with Brian? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The people that Brian can be friends with are the ones that was trying to come to Club Hollywood to get trying to get some fish and a bar tab for $30. Them the ones that can be friends with. But no, you know what? Here's the thing, really, Crystal. Tony was not married when Brian and I started dating. So she wasn't married. Because I feel like I have a loyalty meter. So my problem that I was going to have with him continuing friends with, because of course when I came along, my husband had a lot of female friends, a lot of female acquaintances.
So that's not,
Yes, he had a lot of female acquaintances, and it was just those ones that just be on that brother stuff. Like, no. Hey, Leisha, they got my girlfriend, y'all. Tell my girlfriend, hey. T. Tara says, mingling in a manner that doesn't represent being someone's husband and wife. I 100% agree, because people have to understand when you walk out that door, you are a representation of your husband and your wife.
Right.
And that's what some people seem to lose sight of that. Like, people always want to get so caught up into being their own individual person, as you should be, but you're still absolutely representing your husband and wife. He said, I'm driving the truck, but the lady is trying to control her man not going to work. I don't think it's trying to control. I just think that, like as I said, there's just a double standard to their room. Antonio says basically B. Yep. Leisha says, well, I'm Netta only friend, so she good. She's straight.
Lisa, you are not my wife's only friend. Don't be talking about you the only friend. You are not her only friend.
She put something on her story the other day. She had like two. She was in a picture with two girls. It was like these.
Lisa, you have other friends
like,
anyway.
No,
Lisa got other friends. I see her taking pictures with everybody.
Okay, so T. Tira says by their actions you can't tell they're married. So are you saying, T. Tira, that when people go out based on their actions when they're out, you can't tell that they're married? Clarify that for us if you don't mind. Antonio says we don't at all, and they don't want us to. LB says, well, you got some men that don't want you hanging with the hoe because he be trying to spread and come get it himself. What?
Who is that?
You said, you got some man that don't want you hanging with a hoe because he be trying to spread and come get it himself.
Talking about the hoe.
Oh,
he's trying to girlfriend. Get the hoe. He's trying to get the hoe. Your girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
That's a killing.
Yeah, but
that's a killing.
And again, guys, it's come from like what happens. What with you guys? But my husband does tell me he used to say, he doesn't really say as much because as he said, he knows I'm not a follower, but he would commonly say, I really kind of would like for you to have people that are like-minded. But he also understands that I'm not easily convinced. So because I'm not easily convinced, and because I'm not, on what everybody's going to be on, he don't really have to worry about me being on no thought stuff. I have a mind of my own, and that's what people have to understand. And that's what Monisha said up top, is that it's all about accountability. It's about accountability and hold yourself accountable. You can blame stuff on people all you want to. So you can walk in and catch your man up in the cat, and he can always say, well, such and such hooked me up with her. Such and such didn't pull your thing out for you and make you get up in the tail. So it's just about being responsible, being accountable, and being respectful. So
right.
Yeah.
So you think do we need to discuss this any longer? Do you want to move on to topic number 2? What are you thinking, Mrs. Stewart?
It don't matter.
Netta?
We can come back, whatever they want to talk about.
Okay, so our topic number 2, and that'll give us some other stuff to talk about later. Topic number 2 that we want to talk about is, do you want to talk about this first, or do you want to talk about the last thing? Tell me, you told me about this one, or this one.
Let's talk about the third one.
Okay. All right. So the third one, which is a really, 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 really hot topic as well. It's a relationship.
You guys are going to enjoy this one.
And we may have to go over our hour today. What's the boy code or the girl code when it comes to dating a friend? Okay. So is there a girl code? What's the girl code or what's the boy code as it relates to dating your girl friend and vice versa, the woman dating? So you dating one of my friends.
Thanks, boo. What do you mean?
Is there how far does it go? What's the girl code or the boy code as it relates to dating somebody that your boyfriend or your husband was a friend to? So that's the hoe. So if you date one of my partners, you a hoe.
No,
yes,
sir.
you are.
No,
You a hoe.
No, sir.
You a hoe.
Okay, wait. Let's clarify. Dating and doing a yum bouncy bounce.
If you
Dating
screw somebody
and doing a yum bouncy bounce is different.
If you screw somebody that I am cool with or friends with, you a hoe. That's the code.
Hold on. Okay, I really want to, because we asked T-Tara to clarify on our last topic.
Okay.
She says if you're married, you should just act like you're married. All that mingling ain't called for. The answer when questioned by spouse is, oh, that's my friend. So my question was, it cheating when you're talking and texting a single person of the opposite sex? Absolutely.
It is cheating.
Absolutely, T-Tara. Yes. It is absolutely cheating. Anything that you're doing with somebody that your spouse don't know about and you have to hide it and you found out about it accidentally or have you found out, that is cheating.
Right.
And it means I'm about to bust you in your face.
Right.
Crystal said that's a hoe.
That is a hoe.
Let me tell you
Crystal,
something.
that's a hoe. She's a hoe.
Let me tell you something.
She's a hoe.
There is a difference in dating someone's friend and doing the yum bouncy bounce.
So you think it's all right to do that?
So no, okay, but listen, what I'm saying is, what if it's not a friend? So let's fix it this way. What if it's not friends? What if it's just like business acquaintances? Or, because here's the thing, most women are going to be attracted to the same people that probably run in the same circle. So if you're a street dude, I like street dudes.
Right.
I'm not saying me specifically, but if I like street dudes and all the street dudes hang together, unless you a blood and he a crip over here, but if they hang together, then am I supposed to now change my type of men because I'm living in a small town that,
I think that would be a violation of the friend code. I think that if you date somebody that's in the same circle as your man, that's a violation of the friend code. I think that there's too many other Peters out here that you can go and hop on.
It's a man shortage.
Well, let me just say, you're talking about my opinion. I just think that it's a violation of the friend code if you date anybody that's in the same circle.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, bro code is different.
No, the fuck it's not. I mean, no, it's
not. So let me tell you about the bro code.
It is not.
Let me just tell you. If you a man and you got this girl, it's all right to smash somebody that he smashed if he didn't have feelings for her. Let me say now. Women have a different. Y'all are going by different set of rules. Y'all have different rules.
That's what you think.
Yes, I'm only talking about my opinion. I can only share my opinion.
Go ahead.
If you got a homeboy and both of y'all were single and y'all smashed the same chick, as long as you're not violating him if he was not serious. If he just was smashing her, she's on limits. If he had feelings for her, she's off limits. Partners.
Okay, hold on. So we have Jason says, I can't go behind my friend. If so, we both knew she was for the streets. I agree.
Right. That same thing I just said, Jason.
Eric said, no matter how you put it, it's being a hoe.
Thank you, Eric. That's what I said too.
Octavian says, I feel like when it's over, it don't matter who you date.
So
wait. You're saying when it's over, it don't matter if it's friend, cousin, daddy.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah, he's saying he don't care.
Okay. He said, not that we went together in third grade stuff, but if we real friends, that's a violation. Absolutely.
I agree with that too, Tony.
This Tank, that's against the code, fam.
That's his wife.
No, that's what he's saying. This is Tank. He's on his wife's page.
Oh, okay,
saying,
okay, all right. Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. See, now y'all going too fast. Okay, Ashley says, "What, Lord?" She's Tonio says, "Talk to him, B."
I'm telling you, Tonio, they don't know the code.
My cousin Brenda said, "You a hoe."
You a hoe.
Bun say true.
Bun, right?
Bun say, let me see. Hold on. Come on, thing. This
boy
says, boy. So Tyler says, boy code. I don't date any of my buddies, homeboys, or family members, ex-girlfriend, baby mama, ex-wife, etc. That would be extremely awkward if I saw that my homeboy, buddy, family member at a restaurant with their ex-girl, wife, baby mama. Let's see. T. Tara says, I do not date anyone who I know dated anyone I know personally, nor friends of friends' exes. That keeps it down a lot of confusion. I agree. Okay, so let me just say this. as I said at the beginning, so somebody else just commented. Shaquilla says, what if the person dogged them out, treated them really bad? You're a good person, and the friend is a really good person, and they come and y'all develop something.
Davenport, you a hoe. If you do that, you have hoe tendencies. No, I mean, like, no. If she dates anybody that's in the circle, Davenport, please don't do that, because you would be considered a hoe. You cannot smash anybody in the man's circle. It's different rules for females than males. We ain't playing with the same rules. I mean, we're just not playing with the same rules.
That's your synopsis.
Right.
Jason said, baby mamas, ex-wives, long-term relationships are off limits.
Right. That's what I said, Jason.
So there is no difference in women. Like, there is no difference. I don't understand why you be such a double standard. There is no difference. Like, that's why I said there's a difference in dating, tricking, yum yum bouncy bounce.
Okay.
Dating, tricking, yum yum bouncy bounce.
So
if it's somebody that I've dated, which means somebody that I was in a committed relationship with, somebody that we had something together, people knew that we were in a relationship, we were together, that's off limits. That's me off and I bust you in your face. That's that type of stuff. If somebody was tricking on me, okay, you trick and get some money from them too. If it's somebody that I was just doing a yum yum bouncy bounce, there were no feelings for, okay, then you
can date his friend.
That's open. That's just open. Yeah, that's just fair game. So it's the same with men and women. It's fair game.
If it was somebody that you just was sleeping with, he was tricking off on you, you could date his homeboy.
Yes.
Oh. Well.
Yes. Let's see. Okay.
You got some.
It's different from dating that he knows than someone he was just hanging out with, because sometimes you may not know if they even know that person.
What did she say?
She said it's different from dating someone that he knows when someone he was just hanging out with, because sometimes they may not even know that person.
Well, I guess we're speaking that you know that they're hanging out with somebody.
That's what I said. There's levels to this. There is dating someone, and dating is a real relationship. We were together. We were calling each other what it was. But let's be clear. Sometimes women take possession of men that's not even theirs. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes women be like, because they heavily liking something.
That's my man.
Yeah, they be like, that's my dude. And then you talk to him, he be like, no, we ain't rocking like that. So that's what I'm saying. There's levels to, if I've dated somebody and I'm in a committed relationship, or we have children together, or have child together, or we were just dating, you've seen us out together, it was very known that we were in a committed relationship, that is off limits, and that's where I'm really getting your ass. But if it was somebody that was just kind of tricking off, he liked me, I probably ain't like him.
That's a violation.
That is not a violation. I mean, it's the same. It's a, and again,
well, you know, I guess it's the same rules that apply for a man should apply.
It does apply. For a woman. It does apply.
Yeah.
At this point, women. See, that's what I'm telling y'all. Like, at this point, you know, Antonio says, but y'all know Little Rock is small. See, I'm not from Little Rock, so. Crystal says to Shaquilla's comment, it just feels like she. Hold on. To Shaquilla's comment, it feels like she or he been lusting after your ex. That's not cool. Yeah, like, let me just say this. If something happens to Brian,
don't call my government name on here.
Well, I said it so much. Shit, I don't call you no B-level.
Well, that's my podcast
If something
name.
happened to you, there are some people that I just could not see myself. I just could not see myself just being with or dealing with in no capacity, because they're
you out and about and not see. There ain't nobody you should be able to see yourself with if something happened. What the hell you mean?
Nah, because you got some garbage ass friends beside a few of them.
All my partners school.
No, they're not. Tanka says, PFM, we don't do that. We go by the code. No dating or sleeping with the same people. See, here's the thing. Dating and sleeping are two different things, Tanka. Come on now. Antonio says it's true. Let's see. Hold on. I agree. Females be claiming everybody, man. They do. Like, listen, I've had people get mad at acquaintances to get mad at me because they liked somebody, and I got that somebody, and they were like, but I liked him. Okay, this them. We ain't in no damn third grade. Well, I don't have nothing to do with that. Shit, you should just, I don't know what to tell you. Jason said, some of our friends been all around Arkansas, though, and got a lot of bodies, so it's got to be serious relationships to have them boundaries. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that, Jason.
T. Tara said, Antonio, it ain't that small. That's what I'm saying. You right, it ain't that damn small. He said, yes, it is. Let's see. T Tara is responding to Jason. She said, "Nah, I don't know." She said, "Nah, I don't want to sleep behind anyone I know."
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am too. Octavia said, "Damn, Chris is less my F. Y'all too funny." And Octavia said these folks lying. What they lying about? Put them out there, Octavia. What they lying about? All I'm just saying is,
folks do say a lot of times Little Rock is really small. So they say that. Okay. So here's an example that I want you guys to do. If you have more than just 5 or 6 friends and you go out with these 5 or 6 friends, whether it be a male or a female, I promise you this is an exercise that you should do. Shanetta, if you have 5 friends that you go out, I guarantee you, if y'all write down a list of all the dudes y'all done sleep with, y'all gonna be done slept with one of the same guys. If I got 5 buddies and we write down every chick that we smash, I guarantee you there will be a duplicate name on probably several of those lists because how small Little Rock is. We're not speaking about that though.
Listen, Little Rock ain't that small. It's just some females just want to get a cat up. So y'all was just taking the cat. So
well, Little Rock is, when I say Little Rock is small, it's like as it relates to the single community. I promise you, if you do that exercise, if you have 5 friends that you hang out with, if any of my partners is on here, you got 5 other friends that you're hanging out with, and y'all talk about, or y'all write everybody that y'all slept with, I guarantee you will have duplicate names on each list.
It's not. It's
what
not
is
about.
Tierra saying?
Hold on. T. Tierra says, back in high school, we learned whoever you sleep with, you've also slept with everyone else they've been with previously. Therefore, if I didn't want to sleep with my friend, why would I sleep with any of their exes? True.
True that.
Yeah, because one person's body got 5, 6 bodies, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Right.
I was about to say something when you said that. Oh, so here's the thing. Everybody wants to. The reason why there's a cross reference, there's a cross reference in sleeping with the same person or the same people because it's the people that they just so happen running the same circle. Like, okay, you're in the entertainment industry, right? Mm-hmm. There are a couple of people that you're acquaintances with that's in the entertainment industry as well. Mm-hmm. You guys are going to probably have more people in common because there were some women that wanted to be with the who's who, the knows know of the who. Right. So I agree with T. Tara in saying Little Rock isn't that small. It's just that these people want to. They're people
in the same type caliber person.
Yeah, they want to deal with the same caliber of people. So whereas you're looking at it as, oh, you sleep with somebody in the same circle, but this circle of people are who I'm attracted to. Or these circle of people are people that I want to try to build something to have something with to do some different with. So there may be some cross-reference that's just going to happen.
So I have another cross, when we're talking about sleeping with friends and stuff, I got another question this will be our last question of the day because we're going close to it. We're going to go over an hour today because this y'all are banging on here. Do you want to know everybody that your mate has slept with? Answer that in our Facebook Live. Would you like to know how many bodies your partner has had and who they were?
So let me answer these while they're getting ready to answer because I know they finna have this shit on fire. Antonio says facts. Octavian said, I feel like if we didn't work out, who am I to tell you who God has for you? So do you. Big facts.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair.
And it's real.
Yeah, it's real. I can agree with that.
Jason says, replying to T. Tara, if you got a friend that been around, you probably won't know it till later on. That's true. Oh, see, I told you I was going to come in on this BS. Let's see. Shanitra said, hell nah. Is that Shanitra or Tanka?
You do not want to know how many bodies Tanka has on him and who they are. So you don't want to know. Everybody's saying no. So
Shanitra's saying hell no. Tanya says no. Ashley says no. Octavia said hell no. Farrah said hell no. Shaquila said no, hell no. Eric said shit no. And Brenda said hell no.
I want somebody on here that wants to know.
Jason says, I don't know because I tell my friends everybody I've slept with to prevent betrayal. T-Tara, I appreciate that. That's really real. Twin saying no. Okay, let me just say this. I don't feel that every person needs to. You don't have to name every person. I'm only going to tell you those that have some association with you. So if there are some people that have some association with you, then I'm probably gonna be like, okay, I smashed him.
Right.
Or, hey, you know, I know he trying to, you know, fuck with you, so we smashed.
Right,
or, you know what I'm saying?
right.
So I'm only going to tell you
Right.
those people. I just don't feel like it's important for me to tell you who I've slept with since I lost my virginity up until you.
Facts.
It's just those things.
Facts.
If they're going to have somebody, even if I didn't disclose it to you prior to their coming to you for business, even when they come to you for business and you say, hey, I talked to such and such, I'm be like, oh, okay, yeah, just letting you know I smashed.
Right, right.
Because you don't never want to have your people out there with their drawers down.
Right.
So,
got
okay,
a lot more comments.
Let's see. Nope. Shanita said nope. Joy says no. I just want to know your status. Antonio says yes, but they won't admit nothing over 5. Okay, first of all, Antonio, the women numbers 5 or 8.
No. And Antonio, if multiplied by 3,
whatever.
What if?
Hillary says no, just a full check at the doctor's office.
Okay.
Oh,
Bonnet, I think you was at Bonds next.
Tyler said hell no, because they're probably gonna be some of my buddies that she didn't mess with. Bun said fuck no, because she is going to ask me and I have to answer it back. Because I might have hit you, mama, cuz, sister. He don't want to know mine's either. Shanita said no, she don't want to know, and he don't want to know hers either. He says right. Somebody says right. Let's see. Jason responded to T. Terrace's, but they do the same. Joy says she's agreed with what I said. T. Terrace says people have to really take time to get to know their partner and who they've been with previously. I want to know your history because I may cut you off simply from your past. Makes sense.
So why would somebody tell you, TTR? If you're
answer that for us, TTR. Why would they tell you?
Why would I tell you? If I know you're going to cut me off, I might as well just not tell you.
Ellery says that I agree. Tank said, nah, I'm good. I'm straight. Antonio says if it wasn't good, women don't count. If it wasn't good, women don't count.
He don't tell. He don't put it on.
No, what he's saying is women don't count it if it wasn't good. TTR said it's some women I'd rather just not sleep behind, so I want to know. I agree. Octavia said, say that's just like asking your mate if they gave the next person head. I'm just saying on the floor, Elvis on the floor laughing. You know, as I said, and my husband is, he and I, just what's so crazy about he and I used to go to the club or whatever, and he would just he would point them out to me like, hey, I smashed. I'm like, damn, but. So one day I was like, why do you tell me that? And he was like, because I don't want these bitches up in your face, laughing and grinning, you know, trying to come hug on me or some shit and then be on the bullshit. So I want to be very honest with you. So he and I kind of have that understanding. It's just that. So, you know, he hadn't asked about history, but I just kind of tell him anybody that, here's the thing, not just association with him. If I feel like we're going to go someplace and we're out, and just an area, I'm going to say, hey, just FYI, so you know what I'm saying? Because as I said, I don't want him caught with his pants down. Because here's the thing, when you don't disclose that, and the person that you've been with feel like you're not gonna disclose, they're gonna feel like they have one up on your mate.
They're gonna be on the bullshit.
And I don't never want nobody to feel like they're gonna have one up on my people. So I'm just gonna be like, listen, you know, nah, I'm gonna be on the real with you because I don't want nobody playing like that. Like I
think you should. So if you're not. Like you really should, especially if you know this person that your mate is dealing with, that you have smashed and you've been in an intimate situation. Listen, you're going to save yourself a lot of problems by just being honest. And he's not asking you everybody. He's not asking you to count. He's not asking you every name. But if you know your partner is going to be in some type of business relationship, personal relationship, you need to be honest and tell.
Absolutely. Okay, wait a minute. So TTR says exactly. Shaquila says good point. Yes. Ashley says what's in the past is in the past. I don't need to know all the information because I don't like the BS that comes with that information. Octavia says B level, shaking my head. Mr. Good Guy, LOL. Antonio said that's real. Shanita says I agree. I mean, it's just some real shit. Here's the thing, though. People kind of do what they do in a thing. All I'm saying is that that's the worst part of what people know to be infidelity. The worst part of that is for women is for somebody to feel like they have one up on you. Well, I mean, and it's the same for men as well. I think that's a general thing. It's a general thing that the most embarrassing thing you can do is make a motherfucker feel like they have one up on you. I ain't never gonna let nobody feel like they have that power to have one up on my guy. So I'm just gonna be real with them. Like, listen, babe, I just want to tell you. And it's casual. It's not like we don't have conversation. We don't have conversation behind it. We don't talk about it. We don't. And ain't nobody mad. Yeah, we just be like, listen, it's happening, and go on. Because again, what I've seen a lot of you guys say on here in regards to that is that your past is your past. It just kind of is what it is. But it ain't. It's just nothing. nothing in personality.
I-
Elvie says, I will be honest when the time comes, just don't throw it back in my face. Antonio has a question. He says, what if you didn't even smash?
Okay, let me, before you go to this next one.
Okay.
That's so true. Women, fellas, if your mate come to you and tell you something, do not be using it as a weapon and bringing it back up to count that against somebody. I certainly, what, is that a guy that's a girl that said that?
Yeah, Elvie said, she says, I will be honest when the time comes, just don't throw it back in my face.
That is so true. Facts, big facts, and
Let me
more
just
facts.
tell y'all, because I know he probably been me talking about me. I do that shit on the side, like, ugh. It kind of be like some jovial shit, like, I just kind of be like on some, some petty shit,
She
like, you
petty like a
smash?
motherfucker.
Oh, that don't even like you. Oh, that must have been a long time ago. Anyway,
Crazy,
Antonio says, what if you didn't even smash because people here be lying? Let me tell you something, Antonio.
So people lie on they?
People be lying on their little Peter, and women will lie. I think the most disgusting part is a woman lying on her. Men do it, and it's almost like, nigga, you just lying on your dick.
Right.
But when women do it, it's just like, dang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It comes
Like,
across as desperate, is what you're
it just
saying.
look different.
Well, it
Don't-
comes across as desperate as guys too, because I know a lot of my homies. No, let me go back.
was
One or
about to
two of the
say-
people that I know, because they not my home. None of my homeboys lie on this shit. Like that. That's just saying how we made. We ain't
listen.
made like that.
Yeah, listen.
But
you-
I do know one guy that I used to know that
That lie?
lied on his shit.
he did that.
And he still does it. Still does it. Right today.
Living Good More says, question. Ask your question, we'll answer. So Shaquila says, good point. I agree with y'all. I have never wanted to know. People will be in your face knowing they used to mess around with your mate and still want them. So yes, that is really a good point. LB says, thank you. Living.
Davenport saying that he
She
does.
says, good
she
point.
does.
I agree with y'all. I just have never wanted to know. People will
Yeah.
be in your face knowing they used to mess around with your mate and still want them. So yes,
That's
this is a really
tacky.
good point.
That's tacky.
That's very tacky.
That's
So
tacky,
again,
man.
that's why, as I said, my husband does a very good job in telling me, like, listen, she gave me some head, I smashed, whatever.
And why would you even want to be in a motherfucker face if you didn't been
Women
with
just
that people?
do
Like, why
that,
would you wanna be
because
some shit
it's
like
almost like some pride. Like I had same reason why niggas be lying on their dick. It's like on some I had them before you type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they know you have something good, and it looks good to other people. They for some odd reason want to make other people believe that they had the opportunity to have you before somebody else did.
As the reason why they would lie? Is that what you're saying? But even if that's true, they still have no reason to want to be in your face. That's what I'm saying. If I smash
There's no
somebody
reason.
that then went
Except
on
for
and
getting
got
your
with
teeth
somebody else,
knocked
like
out.
why would you want to be in somebody's space and be? That's just some
To get
messy
your-
ass shit.
get your
Like
teeth
messy,
knocked out.
messy.
Get your teeth knocked out.
That will get your ass kicked.
LB says, thank you. Okay, so the question that Living Good More was asking, should you tell your husband and wife everything? What are you saying everything? Like everything, or everything? What are you saying everything?
And see,
T-Tara is...
my wife and I, if she asks, I'm going to tell her everything, and she does vice versa. So if I want to know a question that I ask, the thing I like about my relationship is everything is just 100% on the table. Like we don't really hide,
Everything's out in the open.
nothing from each other. And here's the deal: if you did it, you should not be ashamed about it. Like if you did it, you should be able to stand on it. Own your shit.
Don't ever do
Own
or
your
say
shit.
anything that you cannot reciprocate.
Yeah, own it.
Living Good. So T-Tara responded to her when she asked, "Should you tell your husband and wife everything?" She said, "Yes, your partner's your best friend." So before we go to your next question, I'm going to address that. So, a lot of the times in certain situations, so we do tell each other everything. So I know you guys, if you watch our podcast, you've seen us talk about our infidelities and everything. Like we even told it all about that. Like
Right.
some people probably don't want to hear, you don't want the details, but a lot of me being able to get closure had a lot to do with telling me the details. You know what I'm saying? So my closure came from, okay, I need you to tell me this. So, we don't pick and choose what we're honest with each other about. Like we
Right.
don't be like, okay, we can be real about this, but not be real about that. Like we don't pick and choose what that's like. We just be like, listen, I'm gonna be on some real shit with you. You're gonna have to swallow that shit, eat that shit up, or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you. So, and it's like that with the both of us. And I'm not gonna lie and act like it's always an easy pill to swallow, because it's not. But if you're defensive and always guarded and can accept it, then that's when they'll stop telling you shit. So when you act like you can take it and can't take it or can't swallow it, and then they see you gonna throw it back up in their face or use that shit against them, they ain't gonna want to tell you ass nothing else.
So you gotta be cool about getting that information, especially if you ask for it. You gotta be willing to accept what they tell you. Make sure that are we still going?
Octavian asks.
Hold on, because we're about to be finished.
Octavian asks, what about baby mama, baby daddy drama? What are you asking about it? What do you mean? Crystal says nope. You don't tell you. Crystal, you say no. You don't tell them everything.
Crystal says she ain't telling it all.
Oh, okay. Octavian says I would say I cheated, but don't ask me what went on. Yeah, partner. Here's the thing. Okay, Octavian, I want to tell you this because you're a guy. The majority of the time when a woman asks you something, they already know the answer. So the worst thing you could do is play with me, play with my feelings. Tell you
parts of the truth.
Yes. The worst thing you can do is tell me truth and lies, or be dishonest, or just kind of be on some sneaky stuff. Because I am telling you, this is a scientific fact. That when a woman asks you something and it's very specific, she already knows the answer. Most times we just want to hear it come out of your mouth. A lot of times we just want to hear you say it. And then once we hear you say it, or if you lie, that just makes it worse. So, hey, Brenda says I tell my husband everything. Yeah, we do that. Ellery says I'm like this. If you ask me, I will tell you. Just know the truth can help you or hurt you. Just be ready for the truth. That's why I love you guys. Y'all are real. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Let's
see. Let me go. More says, okay, I understand your answer. I appreciate if I do that. So we don't really too much to kind of go back and answer your last questions. We don't really have baby mama, baby daddy drama, but we did do a whole episode about. Was it a whole episode?
Yeah. I can't. It
wasn't
a season
a whole
one.
episode.
It was a question on one of our episodes.
But we did an
baby mama drama. I think it was like our first one, wasn't it? No, second
that was
one.
Infidelity.
Second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we did one. We did that, and I'll if you ask the question more specifically, we can answer more specifically.
Yeah.
Twin says they only lie because they still cheating. What do you mean, Twin?
That's not true, Twin. Don't. That's a negative.
Okay, Twin. Tell me what you're talking about specifically. Crystal says question. What is the absolute deal breaker in your relationship for you, Shanetta, and then for you, B-Level?
Deal breaker.
What's the deal breaker?
Continued cheating. My wife had to tell me just this past week, supporting you is a deal breaker for her. So I'm answering that for you.
What's my deal breaker?
Being supportive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, and let me just say this before you answer. Like, people ask me all the time, like, it's, you know, and this is true. Let me just get to where I'm getting before you interrupt, because you're probably going to try to stop me midstream. How guys deal with cheating is different how women deal with cheating. It's much harder for us to accept than it is women. And so I had to come to grips that whatever I sow, I must reap. So if I cheat on somebody, I got to expect to be cheated back on, because the God says whatever you sow, you're going to reap. And so it's very humbling when you have to deal with infidelity. And I'm pretty sure that's not a man or a woman thing. Is you have to just really do some soul searching, like, you know, really, because you feel like you've been violated. You have been violated. You feel like you're just, it's a very low time. So it's a road. It's a work to get back to a point where you can be able to trust again. But you know, it's work getting back there. It's not easy. You have to go through a lot of things in order to get back to, you know, where you can be trusted and where your relationship can be healthy again. Because for a long time, our relationship was unhealthy. We had to do the work. Like Ayana said, we had to do the work to put that relationship and our marriage back together. But it, you know, continual cheating, you know, just, you know, for me, I think continue cheating. I think I can work around a lot of things other than continuing to be, to get that box up. You can't continue to do that. Can't do that. Yeah.
So, Chris, so my deal breaker is, well, let's see. Hold on. Yes. So my deal breaker, with him is just what he said. So, I'm fortunate enough to do a lot of things for myself. So provide for myself financially, raise our children, very career driven. So the things that I need from my mate are more mental and emotional. So I need mental support, emotional support, those type things. So when I see that, there is no longer a fight for me, not a fight physically, but when I see that there's no longer a fight for me, emotionally and mentally, then that's a deal breaker for me. Of course, infidelity, because I just cannot, we've played that game. We've done that. And I feel like we're far from where we were, even though it was, a couple of years ago, a year or two ago, but so it's the infidelity, another infidelity, and then also, as I said, just not fighting and or support me. When I feel that those things are no longer exist, then I just can't carry on, because that's all I need in somebody. All I need in my mate are just those things. I need you to show me that you fight for me, and that's what people fail to realize is we talk about where we are in our relationship because we've been through so much. And so we really want to work towards what we're doing. So love is an action word. So I had to tell him more recently, like, listen, you don't have to ask me to fight for me, but to fight for you the way I fight for you, because I love you. So because I love you, that's why I can so strongly defend you. That's why I can so strongly support you. That's why I'm so strongly loyal to you, because I love you. And that's an action word. So my love for him makes me go hard for him. So I expect the same in return. And so when I don't feel that, then that's when it's going to be like, hey, I'm out.
All right, you got some more comments before we end
yes. So T. Tara says, stop behaving in a manner that you can't speak on if asked about. You can't be out here cheating, then when you're confronted, you lie. Ugh, I hate those kind of. Let me tell you something. That is the because again, T. Tara,
I wasn't listening. What did she say?
She said, stop behaving in a manner that you can't speak on if asked about. You can't be out here cheating, and then when you're confronted, you lie. I hate those kind. Right. That is exactly kind of what I was just telling Octavian further. Like,
Tiara, your girl, she hitting on all your points. Ain't
yes,
she?
like you don't do the behavior, and then when I ask you, you lying, because I already know the truth. I already know what you did.
All right, what
Cletus say? Eric messed with Brenda. Twin says, when you said we ask questions about them cheating because we already know, but some men won't own up to it, they would still lie about the cheating. So let me just say this. One thing that I didn't do when I found out about Brian's, not found out because I knew.
Don't say my legal name on the thing.
I don't call you that, and you already know that. One thing I did not do when I had strong suspicion about his infidelity was ask him on no humbug shit. You know what I'm saying? Because men don't understand, and I tell people all the time that the way a woman can tell if you've just been on some cheating shit is your pattern changes. Like, men have patterns, and they don't understand that with your spouse, your mate. When your pattern starts to change, that tells me that you're doing something differently. It could be something so simple as this. It could be normally when we come home at night, you're going to take a shower. You're going to lotion yourself up. You're going to put on your do-rag and get into bed. Okay. If you come home and you go in there and take a shower, but you don't lotion yourself up, and then you just come get into bed because you're tired. Okay, let me tell you something. You've been doing that same shit for 20-some years, and now you just all of a sudden just changing this up. So when I don't ask no man something or just no humbug type stuff. The only time I'm going to bring it to someone's attention is if I know for sure that it's happening. It has happened. It's going on. It's taking place. That's all it is. Tony says agree. So T. Tara responds to Tanya Thomas. She's replying to Twin. She says, right, and I hate this kind. This make me abusive. They make me abusive because I'm definitely going to beat on his ass.
T. Tara need help, man. She need help. She need help. All right, I got to finish this up now. We got all these comments.
Octavian says, especially for a man, damn, it hurt. But there's no difference. That's a double standard, Octavian. That's a double standard. She says, T. Tara, no. And Shanitra says, I absolutely love y'all marriage. Thank you so much. Crystal says, Shanetta, you better say that. Action speaks louder than words. Absolutely. Twin says, yes. Bingo. Antonio says, so that's what they be doing, huh? Don't be writing no notes. Don't take it on notes. And he says, yes. But yeah, so just do what works. We started this I don't know if you guys know the kind of story history of our podcast. We started this podcast because for like 2 years we decided that we wanted to have kind of relationship Christmas party, relationship,
Right.
whatever. And it was
Events.
for events. It was for those that were married in a relationship. And
That's another episode. Yeah.
we found that people were dealing with the same thing that we were dealing with, but because we have so much pride and we're taught to be so strong, and our parents told us growing up, do not talk about what happened outside of my house. Whatever happens in my house stays in my house. So we really had to kind of get with people, and we had trust factors. Like before we would start our events of our parties, and we get to a certain point, we would say, listen, what we discuss in these walls stay here. And also, please don't leave here mad at your spouse and blah, 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 because this is an open forum. We want to talk and discuss. So we did that for a couple of years and found out that people were going through things.
The same thing.
The exact same thing.
Same thing.
And then with he and I, so it was that. And then also with he and I, it was that so many people, because he's a very well-known guy, and then me marrying him, now people know me as well. So they just assumed that they knew our story. So I told him, who's best to tell our story but us? Can't nobody tell our story but us. So
Right.
Instead of people just assuming and thinking they know, let's just tell our own story. So that our podcasts come from things that we have dealt with, things that has been close to us, our heart, our friends, our family members. It has just been those things. Like we just kind of did it for that. So
anyway, did you guys enjoy it? I mean, you guys kept the live buzzing all day.
did.
I didn't get to all of my topics, and that's a good show. When you don't get down all the things that you want to talk about in your comments and your live is jumping like that, I keep staying interactive in this. Tell them one more time. Well, we can do that at the end. Mm-hmm. Here's what we got to talk about next week. Are we going to do this next week, or are we just going to? We need.
Oh, good, Crystal. Crystal says, hold on. Antonio says, I love it because we need this discussion. Twin says, love y'all. Y'all help me out a lot. We love you too, niece. Crystal says, I have another question, but I'll save it for another live podcast.
Yes,
we got that coming up, Crystal.
Yes. So we are looking for 2 single females and 2
Thank you, Alicia.
single males. All right. And we need these to come within the next 2 or 3 days.
Yes.
Because we want to do a forum with single people, asking you single questions, trying to see if we can get you somebody. And even if you don't want anybody, we would just like to talk to single people to know what issues, not only just what issues, what do you like about being single? What do you don't like about being single? And just have a conversation with single people. 2 single females and 2 single males. Please tag them to our page if you know.
Tara, send us inbox me your information. Just kind of read a couple of comments. Kristen says she's gonna save it. Thank you, Alicia. We enjoyed you guys for interacting with us. Tara said this podcast is the bomb. People out here not even knowing how to conduct yourself in a relationship. We have slim to none positive role models showing them what a healthy relationship requires. Thank y'all for being so open and just spreading the love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Brenda said, yes, I did enjoy it. LB says, I love it. Marriage goals.
said the single.
I'm single. Bring me in. So,
right.
yes, inbox me. Please. And LB says she's single, too. Yeah, ladies, inbox me.
So, we need single females. Tag them. If you have single friends, please tag them. We will do a little research. One of the producers of our podcast will get in contact with you.
Yes.
We're going to do 2 single females and 2 single males. Please. We need them. Tag them to us. Inbox us to them. We are looking for them. We need them within the next 4 or 5 days.
Yes.
Because we want to do this like really, really, really soon.
And also, you guys, so we do our live podcast taping. We have it at Empire. We just haven't kind of been home, but it's live. So it's very interactive, just like this. We have a stage panel. We have a microphone. We let people come up to the microphone, ask questions, give their comments. So it is just like what we did tonight, but it's live. We have social distancing, so we make sure that we keep those apart. We have, libations, little finger foods and stuff. So make sure that you guys look out for the flyer. And again, those that are interested, inbox myself or my husband, or
send an email.
They can inbox. I'd rather inbox or comment or one or the other. Either one.
Yeah. Woo! This week was the
y'all
bomb.
Were the bomb. Y'all were the bomb. We appreciate y'all so much.
Bomb. So next Saturday or Sunday, we normally do taping on Saturday, but we had some stuff going on last night where we couldn't tape. So either next Saturday or next Sunday, you will get the next episode 6. Please go and subscribe to our podcast channel, which is any podcast source that you can hear at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, search for Love Wins
Google,
by the
everywhere.
Stewards. And then please subscribe. If you will subscribe, you will get a method or a notification when we have new podcast episodes. All right. For YouTube. For YouTube, if you want to see the visual part of this podcast, go to Brian Stewart Sr. Brian with a Y, Bryan Stewart Sr. And you can see all of the visuals of all of our podcasts. So what were you laughing about?
So I was laughing. So I was, TTR said she's been asked by many men if they will let them be her man. I'm so strong and I intimidate a lot of men. It's hard for me because I require a lot when dating. I definitely would send my info. Yes, because that's going to be one of the questions we're going to ask about intimidation. We actually had that on our list to discuss. Twins, I can't wait. Thomas in the building. Love, love, love. Good night, y'all. Good night, Shanitra. Look, did y'all get the stimulus check? She has good night.
Who said that?
Crystal.
Crystal's funny.
Yes. Please make sure that you guys, if you know, so TTR inbox me. If you guys know of anyone that would like to be on a podcast, it's really fun, very interactive. It's more personable in person than it is. It's a really good time. As I said, we do follow CDC guidelines for social distancing. So wear your mask. We have sanitizer and all that. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Can't wait.
All right. That's a wrap. That's a wrap in the building. Listen, we will see you next week. Do we have any things that we need to say before we get out of here?
Don't forget about sponsorships. If you have any business that you own and you would like to be a sponsor, you see all these people that are on your live. These are the people that get a chance to see your business and know about your business and nationally known as well. So don't forget if you want to be a sponsor on the show.
All right. That's a wrap.
Thank you, guys.
We will see you next week.
Good
Holla!
night. Bye.